Good day and welcome to African Broadcasting Network News. I'm Chiyo Nwabo. First, we take the headlines. Nigeria's Vice President said federal government will release the names of board members of federal agencies, boards and ministries. Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation awarded its 2017 crude oil term contracts of about 1.31 million barrels per day, PBD, to 39 companies. More than 100 armed men have broken into a prison in the North Cotabato District Jail in the city of Kidapawan, southern Philippines, early on Wednesday. Arsene Wenger insisted Arsenal at a major disadvantage before his side staged an epic escape in their dramatic 3-3 draw at Bournemouth. And now the news in details. Nigeria's Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, said the federal government will release the names of board members of federal agencies, boards and ministries to ensure lasting peace over the contentious issue. The list of nominees was sent in by the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, OSGF, has been adjusted to take care of all interest groups. The list was compiled and the names of chairmen and members of board of ministries, agencies and departments, MDAs, under direction of the presidency to reflect the interest of those who supported the making of the government. However, it was gathered yesterday that the furor generated by governors and top officials that they were schemed out of the nominations for boards of key parastatals forced the presidency to recall the list for further action. President Buhari has replaced the SGF Babakar with Osinbajo as chairman of the Presidential Committee on the Reconstruction of Federal Boards and Parastatals. The National Secretary of a pro-anti-corruption group, the Coalition for Good Governance and Anti-Corruption, Comrade Audu Joseph, said in Abuja that the National Assembly should immediately impeach Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose within or after 14 days to stop mass protests from Nigerians. Comrade Joseph said impeachment is necessary with the claims that Governor Fayose had no regard for the office he was occupying due to the several allegations of corruption and criminal conduct surrounding him. According to Joseph, the coalition has the mandate of 34 civil society organizations that are on a standby to mobilize not just the members, but also Nigerians from all walks of life if the government continues to pander to Fayose's antics as opposed to heeding the calls by Nigerians. Speaking from Obani Kair's testimony that turned himself to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, stated that in the last quarter of 2016, 4.7 billion naira, being part of the stolen 2.1 billion naira meant for arms purchase, went to Ayo Fayose's bank account. Joseph also spoke of Fayose's involvement with Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike in the December 10 legislative election rerun in Rivers State. Lagos State House of Assembly on Tuesday passed the state's 2017 appropriation bill of 812.998 billion naira that followed the adoption of the report and recommendation of the House Committee on Budget and Economic Planning headed by Rotimi Olowo. The sum of 305,180 billion naira as total recurrent expenditure and 507,816 billion naira as the total capital expenditure for the year ending December 31, 2017 has been approved by the House. Mr. Olowo, who presented the committee's report, said in spite of the economic recession in the country, Lagos was able to achieve 71% budget performance in 2016 and that the state will embark on progressive taxation, which would bring more people into the tax net and make the rich pay more, with a need to comply with the appropriation law in 2016 to release funds to relevant MDAs. The lawmaker said the Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget should carry out a budget review of the 2015 to 2017 Medium-Term Expenditure Framework (MTEF) before allocating envelopes for 2018 proposed budget estimates. Among the highlights of the approved 2017 budget is the increase in the capital expenditure of Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission from 2.5 billion naira to 3 billion naira to cater for election matters. And security emergency intervention was reduced from 500 million to 400 million naira. Among other things, 1 billion was allocated as capital expenditure for the Ministry of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Relations. 20.4 billion naira for Lamata as capital expenditure and 2 billion naira for ferry services, while road maintenance rose from 790.10 million naira to 1.7 billion naira. While the Lagos State House of Assembly Service Commission was increased from 210 million to 252 million naira and 10 billion for the State Infrastructure Intervention Fund, while it approved 159.55 million naira for State Electricity Board. The Speaker of the House, Mr. Mudashiru Obasa, commended Elo and members of the committee for a thorough scrutiny of the budget within a short time frame. And on business,